Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be going over the brand new limited edition holiday ghost collection from Hourglass. I picked up everything for you guys so that I could swatch it, I could try some things out on my face and just let you guys know the 411. So without further ado, let me go ahead and just jump straight into this. This collection contains two different face palettes. We have a collection of the scattered light eyeshadows, and then there are two different sets of the Confession Ultra Slim lipsticks. I'm going to start off with the information and the swatches, and then we will get into the demo. First up, we have the Ghost Ambient Lighting Edit. On the packaging, you already have all my fingerprints, and you can see everything on this because it's like mirrored. So you have this beautiful silver mirrored effect on the lid, and then the bottom part is like a frosted plastic, but it doesn't feel cheap or anything like that. It still feels really nice. And then on the inside, we have three existing shades that are already in the Hourglass collection, as well as three brand new shades. So I'm going to go ahead and go over those swatches. We have Dim Light, which is a finishing powder. Diffused Light, another finishing powder. Iridescent Strobe Light is a highlighter. Then the three new shades, we have Eternal Bronze Light Bronzer, Iridescent Rose Blush, and then Sublime Flush Blush. It retails for $80, and just like everything else I'm about to talk about, it is limited edition. In the same type of packaging, but smaller because it has less shades in there, this is the Blush Quad in Ghost, so you can see right here. We have three brand new shades, and then one that is already existing to the line, which is Brilliant Nude right here. And while the larger palette had two blushes in there, those were just the regular blushes. This has two of the regular formula and then two of the strobe formula, which is more of like a very luminous type of finish. In the palette, we have Surreal Effect Blush, new. Brilliant Nude, which is the only one that isn't nude, and that one is a strobe blush. We have Lucid Glow, which is also a strobe blush, and then Infinite Flush Blush. The blush quad retails for $58. Then we have this Scattered Light Glitter Eyeshadow collection. There's three shades in here, two of which are already existing, and then one that is new, and that is the one that is on my eyes right now. This retails for $46, and I want to point out just really quickly that these are not the same size as the original one, so these are smaller. The shades we have are Foil, Ray, and Molten. And again, Molten is the one that is new. Foil and Ray are both already existing. And then lastly, we have two different duos of the Ghost Confession refillable lipstick duos. Each of these retail for $36, and you're getting one component in each of them, and then one that you can just swap out. So two lipsticks, one component. And then the shades are all brand new. For the first duo, we have I Cherish and You Inspire. Currently, I am wearing I Cherish. And then for the second duo, we have I Wonder and I'll Forever. Moving on to the demo, I'm going to start off with my eyes, but I want to let you guys know that I do already have soft brown from MAC in the crease, kind of blown out everywhere into the transition area and then underneath my lower lash line, but that is it. And now I'm going to go in with the one shade in the collection that is new, and it is the shade Molten. I am taking that on my BK Beauty 203, and I'm going to stamp that on the lid, and then I'm going to swipe back and forth, and I'm just packing this on all over the lid, all the way up to the crease. But then I want to go ahead and kind of get that to blend out a little bit so that it smokes upward. I'm going to take my Hourglass 26S and a little bit of that product. I start directly in the crease and then I start working it upward. I don't want to completely cover up soft brown, but I want to make sure that I get that purpley kind of look into the crease so that it's really nice and seamless. Then I'm going to take a Hourglass number 27S, which is like a pencil brush, and I'm going to work that underneath the lower lash line, kind of smoking it out a little bit. Now I want to finish off the inner corner with just a little something, but I don't want it to be super bright. So I'm going to take the Ambient Lighting Edit palette and the shade Iridescent Strobe Light on my BK Beauty 204 right on that inner corner. And then I just put Milk Boss liner on my top inner rim. Moving on to the face, I'm grabbing my Ghost Ambient Lighting palette right here. here, and I'm going to take my new Sonia G Soft Cheek. I'm going to apply the bronzer from in here, which is this shade right here. I'm taking this and I'm just buffing it into the skin all over like I normally would. It's going on the skin beautifully. It has a really soft radiance about it, and I really like the color of this. And I am what I would consider to be a light medium skin tone, about an NC30 right now. And you can't really see it on my finger, but this works really well for me. And if I wanted to get more color impact, all I would have to do is go in with a stiffer brush. But the color of this is really nice. It almost has like a pink undertone to it. It's hard to see on my finger, but it's really beautiful, and I like the way that it applied to my skin. And then for my cheeks, I know this isn't new, but I really wanted to see if this worked because I have tried this blush several times. What is this called? This is the shade Brilliant Nude. This one right here. It's the one that is not new in the palette. I grabbed that on my Sonia G classic cheek brush, and I picked up the product, and I just wanted to see if this worked or not because, like I said, all the other ones I have gotten, I've switched them out. They just didn't work. They didn't show up on my skin at all. This one, for whatever reason, it actually did. It's not, you know, a really big, impactful type of color, but it actually showed up. The other ones did not, so I'm happy to finally have a Brilliant Nude that works. Then I wanted to use something new, so I took the same brush, just kind of wiped it off, and I went in with this shade right here, Lucid Glow. I saw this, and I was like, yeah, we're definitely going to be trying that one out. It is so pretty on the skin, and this one builds up really easily, so you have to be careful. And it is one of those that has the sheen to it, so it has a really nice, beautiful glow. Next up, I'm going to go in and highlight. So I'm going back into the larger palette. I'm grabbing Iridescent Strobe Light on my mini cheek from Sonia G, and I'm just kind of buffing this onto my skin, right at the cheekbone. I'm putting it on my forehead, my nose, my chin. Basically, I'm putting it everywhere. Then I want to buff. So I'm going to take these two shades, the first two, and I'm going to mix them together. I'm using my Refer number 5, and then I'm just buffing this all over, and I think it does a beautiful job. If you've been with me for a long time, you know that I used to use diffuse light all the time to set underneath my eyes, and before I did my eye look, I did use this to set my under eye with a brush, not a sponge, but then I covered everything up with my bake to do my eyes, so whatever. You guys have seen me use that 1,000,001 times. So for these, I think that they worked out beautifully. I can't wait to use the other shades in here. And again, I'm just so happy that this one actually works. I've been wanting this blush to work for me for so long. So I'm really happy with this. I'm happy with this. I do think that this is not going to be for anybody basically darker than me. NC35 max. I feel like if you go past that, it's just not going to work out for you, especially with diffuse light. It's just going to be too light. So I think the targeted audience is light to light medium. Someone as dark as me, and that's about it. I wish that they would have put out another palette so that you would have different options, because this just doesn't cut it as far as a variety of skin tones. It's really only aimed for one demographic, which is really unfortunate. So Hourglass, if you are listening, I would love to see you put out some more options. I'm watching you. Lastly, I finished off my lips off camera because it's just easier that way. And I used the shade I Cherish. I don't have any lip liner or anything else on. It's just that shade. And I really, really like it. I think it's really pretty. It's just a little bit deeper than what I typically wear, but like in a good way. I really like this color. Overall, I'm really happy with everything. I don't feel like there's a dud in here. Everything I used worked really well. If I try something later on down the road and I'm like, meh, this did not work for me, I will let you guys know. I will keep you updated. But overall, I think this is a really beautiful collection. My biggest complaint is that they just need more of a variety. They need to have at least 2 palettes at least. Anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you did by giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.